What's up, everyone? And today I'm bringing you a deck profile on my Triamids. So let's get right into it. Now Triamids are a rock-based decks that are how should I put it? Trash. Triamids aren't really that great of a deck. Like the deck itself doesn't really do much. It's a deck that essentially has like multiple field spells and you gain different effects based on that, but even then it doesn't really have like a boss monster or a strategy to really go into. So with this deck you kind of have to use some outside strategies. So let's get right into the deck profile. I run 3 Triamid Hunter. If a field spell is face up on the field, you can normal summon 1 rock type monster in addition to your normal summon. That's once per turn. And once per turn during your opponent's turn, you can target 1 Triamid field spell card in your field zone. Send to the graveyard, and if you do, activate a Triamid spell from your deck. Pretty much all the Triamids do that, allowing you to activate field spells from your deck. Next, I run 3 Triamid Dancer. This allows you to target a Triamid card in your graveyard and shuffle it back into the deck. If you do, all rock type monsters you control gain 500 attack and defense, and just like Hunter, during your opponent's turn you can destroy a field spell and activate 1 from your deck. I run 2 Triamid Master. It's a Foolish Burial, as well as the whole destroy a field spell and activate 1. This is always during your opponent's turn that you destroy a field spell and activate 1 directly from your deck. Next, we run 1 Triamid Sphinx. This is sort of like the boss monster of the deck. Even though it's a boss monster, it's not that great of a boss monster. Its main gimmick is you gain 500 attack and defense for each field spell with a different name. So a max of 15. Yeah, at least it's somewhat of a boss monster. Next, considering the Triamids are very slow, they just don't have much good consistency, I looked at another rock deck to kind of help with that. That is with 3 Adamantipator Researcher, 3 Adamantipator Analyzer, and 1 Adamantipator Seeker. Considering Adamantipator is probably the strongest rock-based strategy probably that I've ever seen. It's really consistent, seeing competitive play right now, so using this as an engine will at least give the deck some sort of viability. Next, we run a card that probably should have been banned on the last list. We run 3 Block Dragon. Block Dragon is just a very powerful, probably the best rock monster in the entire game, because it must be special summoned by banishing 3 earth monsters from your hand and or grave, and rock monsters you control cannot be destroyed except by battle. And if this card is sent from the field to the grave, you can add up to 3 rock monsters with different from your deck to your add 3 rock monsters from your deck to your hand, whose total levels equal 8. So very powerful rock support. Next, run 2 Doki Doki. Kind of same with Block Dragon, really good rock support. Oh, there's that. I run 1 Dragon Buster Destruction Sword. It's Disruption, because this deck doesn't have any built-in disruption, so you gotta look at outside sources. Now moving on to the spells. I run 3 Triamid Cruiser. Triamid Cruiser, each time a Triamid monster is normal summon, draw 1 card. And if this face-up card on the field zone is sent to the graveyard, you can add 1 Triamid monster from your deck to your hand. I run 3 Triamid King Golem. If a Triamid monster you control battles, your opponent cannot activate cards and effects. Your opponent's cards and effects cannot be activated until the end of the damage step. And if it's this face-up card in the field spell, and if this face-up card in the field zone is sent to the graveyard, you can special summon 1 Triamid monster from your hand. And 3 Triamid Fortress. Triamid monsters on the field cannot be destroyed by card effects. And if this face-up card on the field zone is sent to the graveyard, target a Triamid monster in your grave, add to your hand. So what you want to do is essentially just kind of keep recycling through these, keep going through them, activating field spells, destroying them, if you want to like MST your own field spell, that actually works in your favor, so that's an option. Since you run so many field spells, gotta go with the terraforming, gotta go with the set rotation. I was thinking about playing a Gateway to Chaos with the set rotation, but field spells aren't really seeing a ton of play right now, so it's not really. It would be a side deck option if anything. I also want to run one Monster Reborn, obvious reasons. Now for some disruption, I run 3 Infinite Impermanence. Infinite Impermanence is probably the strongest trap in the game. Can negate a monster's effect, and if you control no monsters, you can activate from hand, so it can become a literal hand trap on your first turn. As well as 3 Triamid Pulls. You target one other face. Once per turn, banish 2 cards from your graveyard. Combination of rock type monsters or field spells. Then you can activate one of these effects, which is target one other face-up rock. Target one other face-up card on the field, destroy it. Target a rock type monster in your graveyard, special summon it. And target up to 3 field spells in your graveyard, shuffle them into the deck, draw 1 card. That's it for the main deck. If you notice, I'm kind of rushing through this deck profile because honestly, I don't really care for Triamids too much. I've been practicing with them and it's just not my kind of thing. I run 2 Mrs. Radiance, really good Earthlink. I run 2 Lamphorcus. I run a Nightmare Cerberus, a Nightmare Phoenix. Since I run a Dragon Buster, run the 1 Union Carrier, as well as a Borlo Dragon, Boral Sword Dragon, and YUGIOH. Just essentially a bunch of good links. Next, I run 1 Gargonic Guardian. This card you could probably bump up to 2 or 3. Once per turn during either player's turn, detach an XYZ material from this card. Then target one face-up monster your opponent controls, its attack becomes 0, and if it does, its effects are negated. So this is a pretty good card for negation. And another thing is, once per turn you can target one monster on the field with the 0 attack, destroy it. So pretty good. Next, since you run Adamancipator, that also opens up synchro options like TG Hyper Librarian, Adamancipator Risen Raptite, Trishula, and Warlord Savage Dragon. And that's it for the deck profile. And as I said, not a huge fan of this deck, so I just want to kind of get this deck profile over with. Now at the end of each month, I am doing a thing where I am allowing you to vote on a deck for the month. So leave a comment telling me what deck profile you want me to do, and whichever deck gets the most votes, I will do a deck profile of. Whether it's a meta deck like Eldritch, Adamancipator, or a terrible deck like Triamids, for example. Because honestly, doing deck profiles is probably my favorite part of Yu-Gi-Oh! I like the building of the deck more than anything, which is probably why I have like so many decks. But that's going to be all for this video, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.